Good morning and welcome to the Salem Sports Breakfast Club Annual Awards Breakfast. Today's a milestone for a number of reasons for the Salem Sports Breakfast Club. 60 years ago, the club was incorporated in 1954 right here on this campus. 50 years ago, for the first time, the club recognized a high school athlete of the year. And today, for the 55th time, we're going to recognize a coach from the Salem-Keizer area. So a lot of milestones, and for me, this is the 25th time that I've had an opportunity to MC this event. I'm Harv Shabothi, and we want to thank a number of organizations before we get into the awards. First of all, I mentioned this is the 25th time I've had an opportunity to MC this event. This is the 25th time that CCTV is with us, bringing this broadcast into the homes in the Salem-Keizer area. The replay times are on the programs at your table. Also want to say thank you to Willamette University. They have hosted our activities still again, and to their caterer, Bon Appetit, who provided the food this morning. Also want to say thank you to a number of folks that made all these awards possible all year long, beginning with our Athlete of the Week awards. Les Schwab Twier stepped up to the plate, and we appreciate their help and their support on these awards. Also, Wallery's Pizza, we appreciate their help. And Salem Trophy, they are responsible for not just the awards that we have this morning, but they've provided the hardware we've been passing out all year. We're going to start our awards by completing our athletes of the year in each of their sports. For each of the sports sanctioned by the OSAA, we award a athlete of the year in that sport. In your programs, you will see the winners from the fall and winter seasons. Today we get a chance to present to you the awards for our spring athletes. To do the honors on this from our board of directors, kind of the glue that keeps this organization going, Don Kurzel.
As Harv mentioned, this is kind of cleanup from the year. This year we recognized over 100 athletes, both athletes of the week and senior athletes. And today we're going to finish our spring sports as our seniors are recognized. So first off, Katie Donovan from South Salem Softball. All right. Katie is the starting pitcher for the Saxons and has a league ERA of .34 with 247 strikeouts against 19 walks. Katie is also helping her cause by hitting .423. Katie Donovan from South Salem Softball. All right, and our senior athlete of the year for baseball is Brady Rediger from West Salem Baseball. Oops. Okay, Brady is the starting catcher for the Titans, and he was named Player of the Year by the CVC. For the season, he hit .408, 6 doubles, 3 home runs, and was 15 of 17 throwing base stealers out. Brady Rediger from West Salem Baseball. All right, and our senior athlete of the year for boys tennis is Colin Arion from South Salem Tennis. The number 1 singles player for the Saxons, Colin took a second place finish at the CVC tournament and earned a third place finish at state. Colin Arion from South Salem Tennis. And our senior athlete of the year for girls track is Riley Kniebs from North Salem Track and Field. All right, after finishing as CVC champ in the 100 hurdles and the 300 hurdles, Riley went on to state where she earned a third-place finish in the 100 hurdles and is the 300 hurdles state champion. Riley Kniebs from North Salem Track and Field.
The Salem Sports Breakfast Club also recognized 2 other outstanding seniors. The Senior Athlete of the Year for boys track is Daniel Bratton from McNary. After fighting through injuries this season, Daniel finished second at the state in the 110 hurdles. He also finished 8th in the 300 hurdles. The Senior Athlete of the Year for girls golf is Deanna Salvatore from Sprague. Deanna defended her Central Valley Conference championship this year and went on to finish 14th at the state tournament.
All right, congratulations to our senior athletes in each of their sports. Thank you, Don. We're going to move right on because we have students that need to get back to the classroom, as well as a presenter who's going to appear in a minute who has a class that he's supposed to be at over at North Salem High School. He's the voice of KVZY Sports, and we'll present to you both our female and our male athletes of the year. As I mentioned at the outset, this is the 50th time that we're going to be recognizing that male athlete. To do the honors this morning, Mark Gilman.
This microphone kind of reminds me of the athletic director's karaoke night. All right, let's begin first with the nominees for the Harold Houck Female Athlete of the Year. Will you please come forward? And we'll come on through with all of the accolades that you've received this year. We are missing one who is at I understand, a tournament in Denver, Colorado. Our first Harold Houck Athlete of the Year nominee is Braley Stone with the McKay Royal Scots, who is not here. Braley is a two-sport athlete playing both volleyball and basketball. Her volleyball coach, Lindsey, describes Braley as a hard worker, determined, coachable, and competitive. She was a 4-year starter in basketball, earning all CVC honors each year, including first-team all-conference her senior year. A team captain her junior and senior seasons, she was also selected as the team MVP. Braley was selected to play in the class of the Border All-Star Basketball Contest. A church group member, Braley is carrying a 3.4 GPA and will be playing next year at Walla Walla CC. Braley Stone of the McKay Royal Scots. Our next athlete is Bailey Keaton of the McNary Celtics. Bailey, a versatile athlete, has competed in 6 different sports at McNary. Wow, cross country, volleyball, basketball, golf, tennis, track and field. Bailey played 3 years of volleyball and was a captain her final season. Competing in her first year of golf this season, Bailey started as the number 5 girl on their team and moved up to finish with the 3rd best score on McNary's team at district. It was a team that won the CVC and went on to state. Bailey played 4 years of basketball, finishing as a team captain with all CVC honors. She also helped to organize and run the summer and spring youth basketball clinics her junior and senior years. Bailey's carrying a 3.3 GPA. Again, Bailey Keaton of the McNary Celtics. Our next Harold Houck athlete nominee is Riley Kniebs from North Salem High. Riley has been a team captain for the past 3 years in both cross country and track. In cross country, Riley, who's normally been a sprinter, has been a top varsity runner for all 3 years, where her hustle and leadership has impacted the program. In track, Riley has dominated. She's been a league champion and first team All-CVC all 4 years of high school. A league champ in the 100-meter hurdles for the past 3 years. She's won the 300-meter hurdles all 4 years while breaking the Viking school record each year. This year at state, Riley earned 3rd in the 100-meter hurdles and was the 300 hurdles state champion. On top of that, Riley somehow finds time for other activities, including 3 years of trumpet in North State Qualifying Band, head of the prom committee, student body secretary, bell ringer, and church tutor. A National Honor Society member with a 3.85 GPA, Riley will be competing next year at the University of New Haven in Connecticut. Riley Kniebs of the North Salem Vikings. Our next athlete nominee is Bethany Filipenko from Salem Academy. She's a three-sport athlete for the Crusaders and has earned 4 varsity letters for volleyball and was recognized as second-team All-League and second-team All-Tournament in the state playoffs. She also has 4 varsity letters for basketball. A team captain, she was a huge influence to her teammates both on and off the floor. A 4-year starter for the softball team, she's a utility player that can be anywhere on the field. She also received All-League honors as a utility player. She's very active in her church, volunteering at their vacation Bible school and in the nursery. She's also been to the Dominican Republic and Mexico on outreach missions. A National Honor Society member who has a GPA of, 3 digits, 3.987. She'll be attending Corbin University this fall. Bethany Filipenko of Salem Academy. Up next, Katie Donovan of the South Salem Saxons. A 2-sport athlete, Katie has earned 4 varsity letters in both basketball and softball. She earned all CVC honors in basketball the past 3 years and was a member of this year's team that placed 4th at the state tournament. Now in her 4th varsity season of softball, she's a team captain and earned CVC Pitcher of the Year honors while carrying an ERA of 0.34 through league with 247 strikeouts, 19 walks, and hitting herself at the plate .423. A National Honor Society member, Katie carries a 4.0 GPA and is involved in student leadership, science outreach, Key Club, as well as volunteering at her church. Katie earned a scholarship to play softball at the University of Utah next year. Katie Donovan of the South Salem Saxons. Our next nominee is Lindsey Dorsey of the Sprague Olympians. Lindsey's a 2-sport athlete for the Ole's volleyball and track and field teams. In volleyball, she was a 3-year varsity starter, leading the team to 3 straight conference titles. As a senior, Lindsey was named the CVC Player of the Year, second-team All-State and in the tournament, and first-team All-State overall. In track, she was a 2014 CVC champion in long jump, triple jump, and the 4x100-meter relay, while also qualifying for state in the 100-meter hurdles with a second-place finish. At state, the Ole 4x100-meter relay earned a 12th-place finish, while she herself placed 9th in the long jump, 6th in the triple jump, and 6th in the 100-meter hurdles. Carrying a 3.4 GPA, Lindsey is signed to play volleyball next year at Concordia University. Lindsey Dorsey of the Sprague Olympians. Our final nominee is Alicia Fan of the West Salem Titans. Alicia is a 3-sport athlete for West. In cross country, she earned 2 varsity letters, where she holds the 10th fastest time in school history, and this season was part of West's first CVC cross country championship team. Alicia earned second-team all-conference honors her junior and senior years, and she was a 4-year varsity swimmer, a team captain as a junior and senior, and was part of 4 straight district championship teams. She holds various West swimming records, including the 4th fastest 100-meter backstroke and the 5th fastest butterfly. She was a district champ in the 100 back and is a member of the 200 IM and 400 free relays. In track, she earned 3 varsity letters and holds the 4th fastest time at West, along with the 5th fastest time in the 1,500 and the 3,000 meters. A member of orchestra, Alicia also volunteers for the Awesome 3000. A student with a 4.0 GPA, she plans to attend Chemeketa for 2 years and then transfer to Linfield, where she will pursue a career in nursing. Alicia Fan of the West Salem Titans. And ladies and gentlemen, the athlete selected as the Harold Houck Athlete of the Year, Lindsey Dorsey of Sprague. Thank you, ladies, very much. Now it's the gentleman's turn. The Oliver Houston nominees, please step forward. Thank you. Our first Oliver Houston Athlete of the Year nominee is Micah Sanders of the McKay Royal Scots. Micah is a two-sport athlete playing both basketball and baseball. A 3-year starter in basketball, he was team captain the past 2 years. Micah earned all league honors his junior year and was averaging 15 points and 9 rebounds a game before an MCL tear ended his senior season. But Micah didn't leave the team. Rather, he joined the bench as a coach, where he received recognition from the CVC coaches who named him Assistant Coach of the Year, the first time that's ever happened. In baseball, he's a 4-year starter and a team captain, starting at short the past 3 years and throwing as the number 2 pitcher the past 2 years. He's also an outstanding hitter. A National Honor Society member and a 4.0 valedictorian, Micah will be a class speaker at graduation. By the way, Micah's also involved with his church group and helps with several charitable organizations. Micah Sanders of the McKay Royal Scots. Our next nominee, Perry Groves of the McNary Celtics. Perry is a 3-sport athlete for the Celts, a 3-year starter at linebacker. He led the football team at McNary in tackles all 3 seasons. He was twice selected unanimously to the first-team All-CVC as a linebacker. A team captain, he was also selected to participate in the 2014 Schwab Bowl and received honorable mention All-State as a linebacker. Also a swimmer, Perry participated at the state meet all 4 years. A team captain his senior year, he was the district champ in the 50 free, earning 6th place at state. In track, he competed at state for the past 3 years in 3 events, the high, the long, and the triple jump. Perry is placed in each of these events at state and placed 10th in the long jump this year. A reading mentor to second graders, Perry has a 3.73 GPA and will attend Portland State University next fall, where he'll play football. Perry Groves of the McNary Celtics. Our next nominee, Malik Leaks of the North Salem Vikings. Malik is a 2-sport athlete for the Vikes, competing in basketball and track. A 3-year varsity starter for the basketball team, he has been unanimously named first-team All-CVC the past 2 years. His senior year, he finished in the top 3 in the state in scoring with an average of 22.5 points per ball game. This included a triple-double against Crescent Valley and a game versus Glencoe where he scored 22 points in the first quarter, and that was after the national anthem. His junior and senior years, Malik was second on the team in rebounding while leading the team in assists. A role model on the track team, Malik was tied for the 3rd best mark in the conference in the high jump this year and was an excellent jumper in the long and triple jumps. He's still nailing down his college plans, but he's narrowed his choices down to Casper College in Wyoming or Lane Community College in Eugene. Malik Leaks of the North Salem Vikings. Our next nominee, Sam Tweet of the South Salem Saxons. Sam is a 2-sport athlete for the Saxons, earning 3 varsity letters in both football and baseball. A team captain his junior and senior years in football, Sam racked up a career 3,100 yards passing with 25 touchdown passes and 3 rushing touchdowns as the Saxons' starting quarterback. He was named second-team All-Conference as a junior and honorable mention All-CVC as a senior. In baseball, he was named second-team All-CVC pitcher as a sophomore, first-team as a junior, and this season he hit .354, had an ERA on the mound of 0.89, and had 89 strikeouts in 63 innings pitched. Sam has a GPA of 3.8. He's involved with student leadership and was the Rowdy Dowd's Student Spirit Group member at South Salem. This next fall, he'll be attending Oregon State University on a baseball scholarship. Sam Tweet of the South Salem Saxons. Our next nominee, Sean Limbach of the Sprague Olympians. Sean is a 3-sport athlete for the Olies, competing in football, wrestling, and golf. Earning honorable mention honors as a junior, he was a unanimous All-CVC selection at cornerback as a senior. Sean was a major part of the Olies' undefeated league championship this season. His coach shared that although his recognition through league honors is well-deserved, Sean's largest contributions to the football team came through his leadership qualities. He showed great enthusiasm in both practice and game situations, gave all-out efforts from the time he hit the field until the time he left, and was a great role model for the younger players. Wrestling at 170 pounds, Sean finished in 6th place at the 2014 CVC Championships. In golf, he finished 9th at the CVC Championships, helping his team to a 2nd-place finish. Sean will be attending Chemeketa in the fall. Sean Limbach of the Sprague Olympians. And our final nominee, Brady Rediger of the West Salem Titans. Brady earned 3 varsity letters in both football and baseball for the Titans. An all-CVC second-team receiver and returner, he holds the Titan records for single-season receptions and career receptions. Brady was nominated for the Les Schwab Bowl this coming June. In baseball, he was named a first-team all-CVC outfielder as a junior and a first-team all-CVC catcher as a senior. Both years, West finished as CVC champions. A 4.0 student and a class valedictorian, Brady is an active member of the volunteer world. He's been involved with campus cleanup, baseball and football youth camps, the elementary carnival, as well as USMC flower and garage sale volunteer. Brady will be playing both football and baseball next year for Linfield. Brady Rediger of the West Salem Titans. And our Oliver Houston Athlete of the Year is Brady Rediger of the West Salem Titans. Thank you to all of our athletes. Thank you for all that you've done for the community, both on the field and off.
All right. Thank you, Mark, and congratulations again to our athletes. We have a couple more awards, but again, all these athletes have proven themselves as winners on the court, in the classroom, with their student bodies, and each were nominated by their school as the outstanding senior athlete nominated for this award. Before I'm going to give Mark a quick chance to catch his breath by introducing one award. And this is an award that the club provides to the people who are kind of behind the scenes, who make athletics possible in our community. It's our Jack Bull Award, and named after one of the members of the Salem Sports and Breakfast Club, who toiled away and did it without trying to bring attention to himself, as all of our members. Jack was the individual that basically served as our treasurer for many, many years, and was the fellow who was always on the outside looking in, if you will. He was the individual that basically welcomed everyone to the club meetings, and then he would sit and wind up taking the dollars for the people who were coming in each day, while the rest of us were enjoying ourselves inside with the breakfast and meeting the athletes and the coaches. Jack would kind of quietly sit and do his job and then would quietly join us. An example of an individual, again, who was all about service as opposed to being all about himself. We have one more individual to recognize for this kind of service to his community. To do the honors on this, a recently retired executive from the Oregon Coaches Association, Dave Johnson.
Thank you, Harv. Before I do that, I think it's important that I would recognize 3 outstanding individuals who, frankly, if they weren't doing what they do, we wouldn't have the Breakfast Club today. So I know it's not on the script, but Don Kurzel, Pete Hofford, and Mark Corsi, stand up and raise your hand or something. Give these guys an applause there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Chuck Peter. Chuck, why don't you come on up and bring Bonnie with you? That'd be good for you to do that. Bring your wife. That'd be nice. Stand up here. It's my pleasure to announce that Chuck Peter, as our 2014 Outstanding Service Award in the memory of Jack Bull, as Harv said. Chuck is the example of one of the members who have continued to serve this board over and many years. He has spent most of his life in Salem, having graduated from Willamette University before he began his long tenure in the Salem-Keizer School District. He worked as a teacher, a band teacher, I understand, an instructor. He was a counselor. He was an activities coordinator. He was an administrator at Leslie and Waldo and South Salem and McNary High School, so he's been around. But his involvement in the community, serving as the commissioner of the Salem football officials, McNary track timer, and for 26 years he did the Willamette University football timer. I remember him up there for many times. He has been a Salem Breakfast Club member for over 26 years, and he does whatever is needed to be done. I've known Chuck for a long time. I've always appreciated his dedication, his hard work for any job that he had to do, and he represented us well. So the Salem Breakfast Club, on behalf of our board, would like to present Chuck with a small token of our appreciation. Thank you, Chuck Peter. We have nothing to give you today. That's their fault. It's in the mail.
It's in the mail. All right. We have one more award to present, and I think every one of the athletes that you've had a chance to meet this morning can probably look back in their athletic careers and point to maybe one individual that along the way provided just that extra spark, that extra ounce of encouragement, that extra piece of advice that made all the difference in that person's career. As I mentioned, this is the 55th award for the Salem-Keizer Coach of the Year. Again, the honors to introduce that individual go to Mark Gilman.
Officially, this is known as the Chuck Bowles Coach of the Year Award, and the winner has been a coach for 23 years, including the past 11 years as a varsity coach here in Salem. And while he runs a competitive team, his AD says, more importantly, he runs a program of integrity that emphasizes respect for teammates, coaches, all who support our players, and for the game itself. He stresses character in addition to baseball talent. If one were to look at the great success of our program, it will be as much to do with his steady leadership as with baseball talent. This year's success is an outstanding example. A team projected to be good, not great, but they win the conference title and find themselves ranked 4th in the state. Are there more talented teams? Yes. Are there tighter teams? Absolutely not. That quote goes on to describe the only baseball coach West Salem has ever known. Micah Tiffin has 5 CVC championships, including this year's 13-2 team, as well as 2 quarterfinal appearances in the playoffs and a championship game appearance back in 2005. Athletic Director Brian Sutherland likes to add that the West Salem baseball program has had numerous young men who have gone on to play college baseball. We're very proud of that. However, more importantly, we're proud of the young men they have become, friends, husbands, dads. This is in large part to the influence of Micah Tiffin. May I introduce your baseball coach from West Salem and our Chuck Bowles Coach of the Year, Micah Tiffin.
All right, that concludes our awards this morning. Let me leave you with one challenge. For those families who are here today and have had a chance to be a part of the Salem Sports and Breakfast Club activities over the years, simply throw out the challenge. The Salem Sports and Breakfast Club can always use some additional help, some additional volunteers. So I would encourage all of you, if you enjoyed your years of involvement with the athletes at the Salem Sports and Breakfast Club, we invite you to join us first Friday after Labor Day, first Friday of the school year at Willamette University, Gowdy Commons, 6:30. We'd love to see you there. otherwise, again, congratulations to all of our award winners, and good luck as you pursue your college careers.